Good evening. Welcome to the Bobby Moore stand. This is the Thursday night preview show of Chelsea, and we're going to talk about transfers as well. Going to do quite a lot tonight, actually. Going to go through the debacle that is the transfer window. There seems to be a lot happening. I think I've counted 10 new midfielders we've been linked with. But before we go there, let's say hello. We've got the group back together. Got a group back together for the first time in bloody ages. Let's leave Chris out and start with Martin. How you doing, Martin?
I'm doing good. Good to see you both. Good to see Chris back. Did you bring me back a fridge magnet or anything?
I've got a lot of stuff. I'll bring some Japanese snacks with me to the stadium tomorrow, mate. And I'll try, because you'll be sitting near me, Gary. He won't be, so there's nothing for him. But yeah, I'll bring something along tomorrow. Yeah, I will.
Just hand it to the butler at the back, and he'll take it round to me. It'll be fine.
We won't be allowed up there, Gary.
I know. No, probably won't be, actually. Probably won't be. I was speaking to my cousin earlier. He's going to be in the posh seat. So I said, oh, right. So I'm in like the poshest non-posh seats you can get. You're actually in corporate, the other side of the barrier. You'd be looking down at me. So it's like that, you know. So it's only right I look down at you now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So you've changed, mate. You've changed.
No. I still maintain the seats. You know, I've not changed. I'm still skin in the game still, Chris. You know me. But how you doing, Chris, anyway? You got over your flu yet or what?
I'm free of COVID now, which is good. It's completely free of it. But
good to know.
As I was saying to you briefly just now, I'm still feeling a little bit ropey. But I can imagine I might well be feeling a little bit more ropey, you know, tomorrow evening as well, after the game.
Let's be positive.
Could be, actually, because I've come back from Sunderland with a bad case of Sunderland flu. Caught on the metro, probably. Terrible flu. I'm dosed up to the eyeballs at the moment, but I'm such a soldier. I'm going to carry on. You know,
you're inspiring, mate. Inspiring. The way you soldier on, mate.
Just doesn't bother me, Chris. I just drive on through. Doesn't bother me.
We need you in that midfield, Gal. We need you in that midfield. We need a fucking soldier in there. We need someone that's going to marshal the troops. We need a leader like you in there, you know.
Did you see when you was away, Chris? He was holding up his new shirts. He looked like one of our new signings.
I think I did see that. I did. Is that the long sleeve one you got there, Gal?
It's the long sleeve one. Look. Good, isn't
it? Can I be honest with you? It's all right. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the kit, but it looks a little bit like you're wearing pajamas, Gal. I'm sorry, like with the long sleeve. Anyway, I don't know.
What do you mean?
They look a bit. They do. Let's stand up.
No, it's for the badge. Look, the badge. It takes up all the fucking arm, so it looks ridiculous when you get a short sleeve one.
The badge is
for the winter anyway.
The badge is hideous, isn't it? That green badge on the arm.
It is ridiculous, but it looks all right on the black because it contrasts. You know, it's all right.
Yeah. No. You're looking all right from like the art, sort of like, you know, the arms down. From the arms up, shall I say?
Yeah,
as you say, long sleeves. Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Martin's gone retro today with his old Di Canio kit on.
Yes.
Oh, this is an original. I was actually wearing this top when Di Canio volleyed that goal against Wimbledon.
Where were you?
In the ground.
Where were you when that happened? Where were you sitting?
I was right, weirdly, it's the only time I've ever sat there, but I was right behind that goal.
Bloody
hell.
And
it was, I sort of saw the ball coming towards me, sort of thing, and it hit the net. It's weird. I've never sat there ever again.
Yeah. It was, well, we were down the other end in the Bobby Moore stand, but it was, didn't realise, we knew it was a good goal. Didn't realise it until you saw the replay, really. It was quite special, wasn't it? Quite special. Wow. So, let's talk about stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. We'll come talk about Chelsea later. We'll keep that very short. There's been a lot of fallout from the Sunderland game. I think we all, you know, we've all heard and spoken about the Karen Brady nonsense, that the gaslighting session that she had on TalkSport the other day. Don't think I found anybody that's actually agreed with what she had to say. It was all nonsense. But moving on from there, I think Potter said that essentially said that the players didn't do their jobs. Didn't get the basics right. Bowen sort of agreed, even though he was one of those who didn't get the basics right, didn't close his man down properly for one of the goals. It's going to be interesting to see what he does tomorrow night. But the fact is, we've got a massive problem. We need signings. We need them now. And what we're seeing this week is mixed reports about, we have to sell out Edson Alvarez before we can buy new players. I don't get it, really. It's all they're quoting PFR, but they seem to be just, I don't know what you two think about this, but to me, it seems like he's just running down the transfer window by going so slow on Fernandes. You know he's going to get Fernandes, right? But it's going to be probably towards the end of next week, isn't it?
Do you know, I wouldn't be so sure on that, Gary, about Fernandes. I've been thinking about this, and I'm just a little bit concerned that someone's going to kind of pip us to the post on this one, because we've been faffing around on that deal. I don't think he's worth 50 million, just to be clear on it.
Nor do I.
Think, what's the point of going back in with a 2 million, increase on the initial bid? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's almost like like you say, you're kind of just literally just killing time in this whole window. So I'm worried that another team's going to come in for him, and kind of got me thinking, like, after what happened last night with Eze going to, Eze joining Arsenal, not joining Spurs, with Spurs going for him. And that wouldn't surprise me. But I don't know. I'm not so sure on him, Gal. I'm really not. I think we will sign one, maybe two, lucky, but who it will be is anyone's guess, isn't it, really?
The problem is that Southampton have just sold a player, that other young player whose name escapes me, to Everton. So that kind of takes the heat off for Southampton. So they're really not desperate.
Tyler Dibbling, you talking about?
Yeah. He's gone to Everton.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So, you know, and he's a good player. Unusual for Moisey to go for a youngster, isn't it? But he has. But nonetheless, it might be out of character, but he was obviously a good player. That's one that we were being linked with as well, wasn't it? Seems like all these players are disappearing one at a time, aren't they, from being available?
They all are. They are, honestly, they're all going. And I mean, when you look at that, Everton, they finished around us last season. They've spent well over 100 million. 100 million they've spent now. They bought a striker, they bought a midfielder, and now they bought Tyler Dibbling. That's look at us.
I know they think we're mugs. That's the problem. In fact, you know the way they keep pleading poverty. I mean, we've got one of the biggest attendances in the country. We're like one of the top 10, I think, in Europe as far as revenue goes as a football club. One of the biggest in the world, and yet we can't spend. We have to sell before we buy it. It's absolute fucking nonsense. It is nonsense.
What was all they're doing is running down the.
Was that?
What was the Duran bid about then? Where was that money?
It wasn't a bid though, was it? It was a bid. It was a bid.
We know
that knew was going to be rejected. They knew they wanted 40 million, so he bid 37 million. It was going to be. And was it a bid? I don't know. It was probably a text message or a fax, knowing him. Yeah. It was nonsense. You know. I kind of wish they would have accepted it though. That would have scared him, wouldn't it? But what he's doing at the moment, it seems obvious to me. He's going to go back with 2 million every few days, sit on it, hope the Southampton get desperate, and he's going to wait for something to fall into his lap towards the end of the window. Because to me, he's showing no intent of backing this manager at all. Do you disagree with that,
Martin?
No, it's very worrying. It's like Chris says, someone's going to come in for him and just offer a bit more money, and Fernandes will be gone. That's going to happen soon.
I think it
will. We tried, didn't we? We tried, and we tried, but we end up with Josh Brownhill or someone like that. You know, that's what's going to happen.
Of course it will. Of course it will. There is nothing more certain than Josh Brownhill is going to land here in the window as the final piece of the jigsaw, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what jigsaw that is, but it's and this is all following the, you know, Edson Alvarez is finally going. He's going on loan to Fenerbahce. There were a couple of clubs came in for him late in the day and offered the same terms, but he's decided to go with, it's Mourinho at Fenerbahce, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be an exciting relationship, bearing in mind he's fallen out with his last three managers. Can you imagine if he tries to... Mourinho's not backward in coming forward, blaming players, is he?
He gets sent back to us, he will.
I don't know about this whole Alvarez thing, guys. You know, I think I said to you earlier, didn't I, in our little chat? You know, on one side of the coin, you've got people saying he's like the consummate professional, he's a hard worker, he's captain material, he's a winner, he gets on well with the other players. And then, you know, on the other side, you've got everyone saying he's a bad egg. So I don't know what to make out of him, if I'm being honest with you. All I do know is that he's arguably one of our most talented central midfielders that we've got right now, and we're letting him go on a fucking loan, which is an absolute farce. Like, I've got no issues of letting Alvarez go if we get a decent fee for him, but we're not. You know, all we're doing is freeing up our wage bill again, which we've freed up significantly since, you know, the back end of last season. So I don't get the deal. I don't. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what you think about it, but who knows?
Well, you know what I think about it is this. I think West Ham is once again under really terrible ownership. We've always been under terrible, unambitious ownership for as long as I can remember, for as long as I've been alive. These owners are unique in their lack of actual cash contributions into their football club. I mean, literally, they've put zero into it. They put something like 150 million in during COVID, but that was loans. They took it back. They put loans in at the beginning. They took it back with interest. They've literally put nothing into the club. I looked at some stats the other day. Like Everton, the owner's put 900 million in, right? Out of his own pocket, and fucking built a new stadium. What have we got? A free stadium and fuck all from our owners.
It never feels like they care, does it? It's like you look at Abramovich at Chelsea, for example. It's the first one that comes to mind. It's like it's all about the club. It's not about making money. We've never had that, have we? We've never had that feeling from them at all. It doesn't feel like. I know they've saved us, and that's what they say.
They saved us.
Well, I think anyone would have saved us. Someone would have come in if it wasn't them. I think they were opportunists at the right time.
Yeah.
I
think so. I mean, this is the thing that annoys me so much about West Ham, and you hear like Karen Brady coming out about how much they love the club and everything else. Well, most people that, in effect, this is a business to them. If they really love their business and they invest into that business, but they don't invest into West Ham, they fucking charge us interest for any of their investments, right? So what did we have to pay out to them in terms of interest basically, like interest rates or whatever it was that they charge, the loans that they gave to us?
It was 4% when the interest rate was basically 1%, right? So,
well, yeah, but other owners don't do that. If they loan money into the club, it's zero interest. We do that because they're greedy bastards, and all they're doing is fleecing the club and fleecing the fans. That's all they do.
They've made out of everything. I mean, Sullivan's even got the contract for the retractable seat operation, right? There's little sidelines going on everywhere, and it does make you wonder when all the deals have to go through his favourite agent. Not going to speculate, but it don't take a genius to work out what's going on there, does it?
No. He's as shafty as they come, isn't he? He is.
But that was the most insulting thing she said the other day. None of us take anything out of this club. Yeah, all right. Of course you don't. Do you think a bloke like that does anything, literally anything, for nothing?
No, of course he doesn't. He's a greedy bastard. Doesn't give a shit about us fans, us peasant fans. Is probably what they think of us, and that's just the truth of it. But the thing is, what's the point talking about Sullivan right now? Because really, all of our focus should be actually really more on what we're actually going to do in the next 11 days left of this transfer window, whatever it is, 10 days left. Because that, for me, is going to be the priority now. We can't do anything, no matter how much we sing from the rooftops around Sullivan and Brady and everything else, and all the other negativity. All we can really focus on is signings, because nothing's going to happen with Sullivan and Brady. We all know that at this moment. Not in 2 weeks, it fucking ain't. No. So we need to focus on what we can actually bring in, and it's looking slightly ominous, to say the least. I mean, it really is. That's
the annoying thing, because Fernandez, if we'd have had him for the first game, that would have been instead of Ward-Prowse, wouldn't it? And you could have had Potts in there behind him. Yeah. It changes the seat. Now we're 2 games in nearly. And it's ridiculous just to save a few million. I just don't understand it.
You wouldn't think it's a football club and our primary business is football, would you? You'd think our primary business is finance, wouldn't you? Because all they're doing is, and this ain't because we're skin or because of PFR, the reason they put out there. It cannot be, unless this has been run in such an incompetent way, and we'll never know because the finances are not. They don't publish their books until next year, so we won't know the ins and outs of what's gone on for some considerable time. But unless it's been run into the ground, literally, why have they just gone and got those loans? Why have they mortgaged every piece of training ground property that can be mortgaged? What has happened there, and why are they not spending? Are they planning for relegation?
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? I mean, you look at teams like, say, for instance, Aston Villa. It wasn't that long ago they were playing in the Championship. But ever since they've been promoted, I think they've spent in the tune of around about 650 million since they were promoted to the Premier League. Look at that in contrast to what we're trying to do at West Ham. We're poles apart in terms of ambition as a football club, in comparison to any team that we finished around also last season as well. Every other one of those teams have invested, pretty much. Everyone has, apart from us.
That is really good. What on earth is going on at West Ham on YouTube from HITC 7? I watched it yesterday. Really, really good YouTube video if you haven't seen it. He goes into a lot of depth, that guy. And basically he said, you remember a few weeks ago we were talking about West Ham is probably it's the one club. His opinion was, outside of the top 6, we're the one club that should be capable of breaking into the top 7, as it would be, right? Joining those elite clubs, because we've got everything in place that you need to become a big club, apart from the right fucking owners. It is what it is. We've got to be Ponces every single year, see our best players taken off us and not invest in the right players, and always go through Sullivan's Mate Salthouse or wherever the other one is to get these cut price players. No other team in the Premier League would have signed Callum Wilson. Not one. But we did. Don't matter what deal it was on, we signed him. Why did we sign him? I wonder. There must be a compelling reason why we signed him. Well, it ain't his footballing ability, is it?
Because he's free and he's cheap. That's what it is.
Oh, he ain't free, is he? He ain't free. He cost 95 grand for that little appearance the other day. A few minutes running around.
But he's free by comparison of anyone at a decent level that we could have signed, right? I mean, when you compare it, when you're talking about, signing fees and, this, that, and the other, he's free. He's effectively a free fucking transfer. Yes. So that's the reason why we signed this crap. It's the very reason why we signed this crap. And I just don't think it's going to stop it. Like I said before, I mean, the crazy thing about all of this is I would actually be all right if I signing Josh Brown here now. And I can't believe I'm saying this because if you go back 2 months ago, Gal, when he was initially linked, I remember we were doing shows on this. We're like, fucking Josh Brown, you having a laugh, aren't you? Now I'm like, yeah, do you not bring him in? Well, I wouldn't be excited about it, but I'd rather us bring him in than not. I can't. That's it, isn't it? That's the situation we're in right now.
I want Potter to be given a chance. He's being given no chance, right? And so you get to the point. This is where Sullivan always gets you. It gets you to the point where you're so desperate that anyone who walks through the door, you're pleased to see him.
Yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, I know he hasn't. I mean, you're right. I don't think he's really been backed by the club at all. I don't.
No.
A lot of people, and myself included, actually, and I was thinking about this. We've kind of said before, and I've said before, last season you kind of had his pre-season, a long pre-season. That's the way I kind of looked at it. Well, it's not really a pre-season when you think about it, because I think the pre-season is, well, it's not, because this is my point. It's just like, because all you can ever think about is the next game, like the next game. But this, he's had now a pre-season. So now I am expecting a change, or an improvement in results, but he just, again, hasn't been backed with players. So he's completely hamstrung in terms of what he can do now. He really is. Yeah. I just really hope, and I don't know what to expect. I mean, honestly, I don't know what to expect in 11 days, because for me, this has got to be one of the most farcical transfer windows that we've had in a long time. I mean, it really, really has.
Probably the worst summer transfer window ever.
I can't make any sense out of it, Gal. I cannot make any sense out of it.
The Bilic one, after he got us into Europe, that was a terrible window. It was a terrible window.
But that stinks a little bit of the Bilic window. That when we moved to London Stadium, we're like, some of the players we were signing, like Harvard Nordveit or Gökhan Torre or Jonathan Kaleri. I mean,
guaranteed to foul, Chris. Guaranteed to foul.
Yeah, but at least we actually signed players, though. At least we actually signed players. We ain't signing anyone at the moment, No,
but a lot of them were loans. Don't forget, a lot of them were loans that we signed for Bilic. It was, you know what I mean? It's like, if you look at this Alvarez deal, we paid 35 million for him. This is apparently as an option to buy him for 22 million.
I know. It's mental, isn't it?
How is that right? Martin, how's that right?
Well, we'll compare that to Fernandes, and now they're saying he isn't worth like 35 or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's the Premier League. It's proven in the Premier League. It just doesn't make any sense.
Mexican captain, just won that, whatever it is, South American Gold Cup or whatever. Got rave reviews.
There must have been a problem with him, because we see in Mexico he can drop back in defence. We need cover for centre back.
Yeah,
there's no reason why, other than there must be something going on, like a bad attitude. Or Stuyton probably told him he can move on quickly.
I think he did, and that's when the trouble started. Was in the first summer when he got injured and he had to stay, because he was going to be going to Man U. It was all lined up. Everyone bloody knew about it. But it fell through because he got injured, and he kicked off at the end of that previous season with Moyes at Chelsea. Then he kicked off with Loppy, and then he basically ended up refusing to play for Potter when he put him on the bench last season, didn't he?
Yeah, well, you could see him at Potter's press conference today where he said it was sort of subliminal, weren't it? He said, if I can't promise players they can play. So he obviously he's not going to play him, because if he plays Rodriguez over him, says it all, doesn't it?
Well, it does. I mean, look, Rodriguez done all right the other day, but one thing's for sure: you can get away maybe with one slow player in midfield. You can't get away with two.
No,
they're just going to get overrun in the end. And
he probably thought he might have been able to get away with it against Sunderland, but you're not going to get many games like that. Well, we got destroyed by him anyway, didn't we?
Not going to get away with it. We did get away with it. We got taken to the cleaners.
He also got himself sent off last year, and it looked pretty deliberate, to be honest. On both occasions, it had a little bit of the caduceus about it. I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing, in my opinion, when he got the 6-game ban. He was slapping as many people as he could. I think he was going for 9 games. So it was he's been a problem. He's had a fight with two managers. Actually, had fisticuffs with David Moyes and Lopetegui apparently, and falling out with Potter. You can't keep blaming the managers every time, and I'm prepared to give Potter the benefit of the doubt on him because he's got previous. I was told today though, and a few choice little select items, bits of news will come out as soon as he moves on. I don't know what they are.
I look forward to hearing what that news is because when you say he's got previous, he's got apparently, and it is, we don't know for sure, but that's only at West Ham because prior to West Ham, he's got like a hero. Well, yeah, but he got a hero send off at like fucking Ajax when he left Ajax. He's never been a problem elsewhere. So why is it that he's an apparent problem at West Ham? That's why I don't know whether to believe it or not, because you know what it's like. There's so many little stooges out there that's spreading gossip. To kind of say, that's the reason why we've got rid of him because he's a bad egg. Honestly, we don't really know. And if this stuff does come out, again, how do we know that that's going to be true? Whatever comes out, that you've mentioned.
We don't know it's true. It's all secondhand, isn't it? It's all secondhand, but at the same time, we know he's had previous here. That's what I was talking about, not previous at his previous clubs. He's had previous here. And at the same time, he's been great for Mexico. Whenever he's played for him, he's been brilliant. And then he comes back here and he doesn't appear to try. I mean, similar sort of application to Kudus last year. You have to be honest. Yeah,
it was. No, you're right. Kudus just down tools last year. So I mean, that's not even a debate. I mean, when you look at it, really, you're right. I think he had one good half season at West Ham under Moisey. And then after that, he's been a shadow of his former self, whatever it was, for like 6 months. So in the sense of actually losing him, I'm not that bothered about. I'm just bothered on the basis of what we've lost him on a loan deal. I just think he's an absolute joke. I mean, a real joke, but
I think it's a joke to set up a 22 million exit, to be honest. Why do we give our players away? Why do we never make any profit on players? I mean, we made a little bit on Kudus, but it should have been a damn sight more. If the geezer would have bothered trying last year and had a half-decent season, we would have got 70, 80 for him. But no, we had to give him away for 55.
Because we're a fucking joke of a club, Gal, and every other club out there knows that. They know that they come... I mean, honestly, we are fucking horrendous when it comes to selling players, let alone buying players. I mean, I'm so fucking tired of it that I just get more vented and heated up when I think about it because it is a joke. Have we ever made profit on players? I mean,
not very often. We've made a ridiculous loss on some players like Felipe Anderson, like Haller, who we virtually give away.
Skamaka, all of our big signings.
I mean, we've done so many bad deals.
Yeah,
you wonder who's benefiting from them, right? Because they someone is, but I don't know. We've got a load of players to go through in the links for tonight. We'll get to it in a minute. I think before we go any further, if you like what we do in this channel, please subscribe to the Bobby Moore Stand here on YouTube. Give the video a like and hit the bell notification icon. Thank you very much. Right, we've got a little sip of Monster and I'm going to carry on because there's a lot of players to go through.
Well, someone, I think it's Garino in the chat just now, he's put down Eze went for 60 right now. Eze's a very good player. For me, he's worth 60.
He's better than Kudus.
Yeah. But don't forget, we had the opportunity to sign Eze. I mean, if you look at Crystal Palace alone, we had the opportunity to sign Eze, we had the opportunity to sign Adam Wharton, we had the opportunity to sign Mateta as well. That's three of their key players, but we never signed a single one of them. I think the argument could be that we had a toss-up between Eze and Bowen, so fair enough, we got the better deal there. But my God, we've been linked with so many players that have gone on to become very, very big players at other clubs in the Premier League. We always miss out on them. Look at his comment. Prior to Kudus, our last profit on a non-academy player was Ashley Fletcher. Wow. Yeah, says it all, doesn't it?
Bloody hell. Thanks for that, back at the circus.
It's the transfer masterclass, the guru.
Yeah,
he's back at the circus. Is that the cartoons that I've been seeing?
Oh, yeah. I remember. That might be, funny. What's his name? Who does it? Andy, isn't it?
Very good.
Yeah, so getting him off the books, apparently the 115 grand a week, even though we've taken a load of other players off the books already, that Ings, for instance, who was on 115 grand a week, Cresswell, who was earning a fortune, Zuma was earning a fortune. Look at all these first team players we've moved on. We've taken a fortune off the books, and yet they think the tipping point is Alvarez's 115 grand a week. That's what frees up the funds for us to go forward and sign some more. Fuck, it does.
Well, if it doesn't, then they've got a lot to be said. They've got a lot to answer for, because what more? Who else? I mean, we can't let any more players go. Can't afford to.
No, we're looking to sell Irvin. We're looking to sell even Mavropanos. Mavropanos, the only sort of conventional central centre half we've got, we're willing to take offers for him. Apparently, obviously Guido is on his way out the door. Yeah, it's not done yet, Chris. There's going to be a lot more players out, and I think there's only going to be a couple coming in. If you look at it at the moment, we've downsized that squad so massively already. It's unreal. I'm a bit, when it comes to Fernandez, I think we're going to end up paying, because if you think about it, the way Sullivan does business is like a used car salesman. He goes in low, they go in high, and then they'll meet somewhere in the middle. I reckon it'll end up being 36, 38 million plus two. I think that's what they end up doing. So a couple of little bites, but 2 more bids, 3 more bids. That is 6 days in Sullivan speak, because it's every couple of days, isn't it? I do think we've already done it, and I do think as well that after that Southampton will take Ward-Prowse. I think they'd be silly not to. I just don't think they want it to be part of the deal, because they know what Sullivan's like, right?
No.
They will get Ward-Prowse on loan for bugger all. They know they will.
I don't think Potter wants to let Ward-Prowse go, Gary. I don't.
No. You might be right. But I'm just saying this is somewhat. It was just an interesting thing that I heard about this deal and about the way Southampton are looking at it. There is a reason they didn't want Ward-Prowse as part of the deal, because they don't want his presence in the deal to water down the value that they're getting for Fernandez. Yeah, when they can definitely get him on loan if they ask.
I get that. And again, if you go back to this Fernandez.
Yeah,
these Fernandez bids that we've been putting in. I mean, again, the thing that it also is winding me up is we're kind of acting like we've got, like this is the beginning of the transfer window. Do you know, like you testing the water just to see how clubs react? We've got like fucking 10 days. Like, what are we faffing around with these stupid, silly ass bid for that we know aren't going to be accepted? At the end of the day, Southampton are in the driving seat. They've got a valuation on their player, which they've got every right to have that valuation on. So why are we not panicking
for money now? They're not desperate to sell anymore because they're going to sell the other guy, right? So it's madness to use this tactic, isn't it? But we've got a long list of players here, hell of a long list of players. Some of them are nonsense, some of them are interesting. We start off with, we've covered Fernandez and spoken about him enough. We know who he is and what he is. The next one is Andre Santos of Chelsea. Very, very highly rated Brazilian, expensive Brazilian as well. 45 million inquiry rejected. It doesn't say bid, it says inquiry, because of course it was. There's no way we made a bid of 45 million, right? Would you take 45 million? Fuck off. All right.
He knows Chelsea are they are on the borderline with PSR. I know they won the World Club Cup and everything, but they have got to get rid of some youth players, I think.
Yeah.
He's sort of poking at that because he thinks he might get a little late deal with it, I think.
That is his game, I think. His game is to do deals in the last few days to see how much, because he reckons he gets value. Now, he did get value last year with AWB, for sure, but that was only because there was no one else in for AWB. We need to be going after players where there's literally no competition for their signature. Don't we?
I worry what all the players start to think as well. I mean, you obviously see what happened with John Victor, that goalkeeper and everything. He thinks he's coming.
Yeah.
You're leaving a trail of destruction behind them. You start getting a reputation that the clubs, the agents, it just makes us. It's a circus, isn't it? Really.
Well, it is, Martin. That was, you know. Apparently, he was at Rio Airport. We left him stranded at the airport and changed our mind. I mean, what a way to conduct yourselves.
Yeah, I didn't know all the fans booing him and everything in the last game because they thought he was going. It's people we're talking about. He's going to upset too many people, Sullivan.
Well, no, he already has throughout his life. He's upset people his whole life, but he thinks that's his right to do that because they're just, you know, they're not human beings to him, right? They're not. You know, they're just resources that he can piss around with. Is what it is. So look, he obviously looks like a good player, but don't believe for 1 minute we're going to sign him. I don't think for 1 minute we're going to be offering 45 million for him. That's for sure. So I want to kind of water that one down. Mark Casado of Barcelona.
What about a loan deal for him from Chelsea? Did you say that?
Yeah, anything's possible with a loan deal. You got that, and you got the Chukwuemeka and a few others as well that we could get from Chelsea. I do think we'll get to a couple of loans at the end for sure. Yeah, that is what will bolster the numbers eventually.
I don't mind that at the end, but we haven't sorted out that. That's the icing on the cake. We haven't even made the cake yet. We're going into these games without players.
And the loan window goes on further, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's another week or so, isn't it? Another week. Just when you think it's over, it ain't. So, Chris, you'll be glad to know Romano Schmidt, the Alpine Messi, is back on the table.
No way.
Yeah,
how's no one gone for the Alpine Messi?
Well, they should have done. He's got a hell of a profile, hasn't he? Hell of a profile. Just wait till he turns up, Chris. You're going to love it.
Gary, I'll be happy with him. I actually would be happy with him now.
Yeah.
Like, my whole stance on this has changed. When we talk about the Alpine Messi, it's before I went away, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
That's your birthday present sorted out.
So 4 and a bit weeks ago, or whatever, 4.5 weeks ago, I was still optimistic about what we could do in the transfer window. Now I'm kind of we're
now you're
scrapping around
the
away.
Alpine Messi,
Now we need the new Messi, who's 26 or 27 years old, or whatever he is. We need him.
37. 37.
Yeah.
Here's a new one, right? Here's a new one. Some of these names looks like they're made up, but they're not. Quentin Timber.
That's
he's
the
not
twin
really
brother,
tall.
isn't it? The Arsenal player.
Is it?
Yeah.
He's how old is he? He is
50.
24 midfielder. Has he got any international caps? Yes, 5 appearances for the Netherlands. 28 million market value. Oh, out of our league. No outstanding strengths, no outstanding weaknesses. That can't be good. But he's a regular for Feyenoord, right-footed, central midfielder.
Is he that regular? Check his injury record.
He's got a big injury record, hasn't he? He's got He's had big injuries in. This ain't good, is it? No, he's been out for quite a while. He's perfect for us, then.
Sounds like he's a shiving gal. Sounds like
he's a shiving. Yeah. So done Andrew Santos. We've done Romano Schmidt. Here's one. Now we like our Dioufs sounding exotic, right? But now we're linked with Andy Diouf.
Yeah. I like the look of him. I want him. I have to bring him in. He's a good player. He plays for Rennes, doesn't he, in France?
Lens.
Is it Lens? Yeah, he's a good player.
Lens.
Yeah, I think he's just before we came on tonight, I think he's gone to Inter. I think Fabrizio has done here we go. Yeah, I think he has.
We tried, Martin. We tried, didn't we?
We tried.
Another one we can tick off.
We put in a bid as he already signed for the other club,
Yeah.
I don't know. I weren't convinced with Andy Diouf. You need to have a more exotic name than that, didn't you?
I don't give a toss. Do you know what? He looked decent. When I was looking him up earlier on, he looks quite decent. He does. Proper midfielder.
He does. They, a lot of them look decent, other than one who hasn't got any details against his name at all. But this one of Stade Rennais is Jao Cisse.
Oh, yeah.
He is a 188 centimetre tall, whatever that is in English. 21-year-old midfielder, right-footed midfielder. He is market value 7.5 million. He's right up our street, isn't he? Let's face it.
It might be a bit expensive for us, but yeah.
yeah. So another random one. Here's another random one that I've never heard of before. Kenneth Taylor of Ajax.
That one.
Of Ajax. A few significant injuries, actually. Right up our street. He's a left-footed midfielder. They're all number 8s, these players.
So that's two are guaranteed to sign, the 2 injury-prone players.
He's another Dutch international. Playmaking and high pressing are his strengths. Looks to be... seems to have a lot of very rounded attributes, both from attacking and defensive side. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I've never heard of him, though. Never heard of him, which troubles me. This one, it's a kind of name, a Russian name that someone makes up, Ivan Illich of FK Trogvaki Petrovac. Yeah, well-known team from Serbia. Don't know him. Don't know anything about him. I know he's 30 years old and he's a defender. There's got to be another Ivan Illich. 30. We can't be linking this.
38 years old. You having a laugh? You want
30.
I think it's a 38.
No. Not even Sullivan would do that. Oh, yes, he would. Antonio was playing for the under-21s the other night. He's coming home, isn't he?
Yeah, he was playing. Yeah, unreal.
Yeah. Right, who else? We ain't at the bottom of the list yet. Obviously, Galiel Mukau, the guy from the other night, Lille.
Oh, the Lille player,
yeah. Yeah, good player, 14.2 million euros, apparently, is his valuation. And again, another very rounded midfield player. We know he's good. We know he's got legs. We know he's got a very good engine. Good at long balls and ground duels as well, which we like.
Interestingly, he gave Ward-Prowse a run around in that friendly.
He did indeed. But then I could give Ward-Prowse a run around.
We could. Come on. Yeah, seriously. Let's be honest here. I've got more pace in him. I've got no knees. Could definitely outrun him. Fucking hell.
2 left. Right, you ready for these? So we got of Middlesbrough, Hayden Hackney.
Good player.
Yeah. Player, strengths, playmaking, high pressing, 13 million euro. Another very good, well-rounded player. I like a championship player, actually. I really do. You like him? Do you know anything about him?
Well, I've seen him play like twice, I think, on Sky last season, and he was probably one of their standout players, along with who's the other guy, Emmanuel Latte-Lath, who I think he moved to. I don't know where he went, but no, America, he looks like a decent player. He does look like a real prospect as well. So someone that
love that comment. Has got legs, should pass. Well done, Guido. Yeah. So, oh dear. So that's the second. That's the penultimate one. How old is he, by the way? He's 23. He's a youngster.
Yeah.
Finally.
I like him. I wouldn't mind
representing the club Getafe. Christiantus Uche. Really? Forward. 190 centimeters tall, 1.9 meters. Number 10. Regular, not many injuries.
That's a new one on me. Have you heard of him, Martin?
No, that's the first. I feel like this is all breaking news coming from Gary.
He's a Nigerian international with 2 appearances for the Nigerian team. How old is he? 22. He's quite a youngster. Yeah. His weakness is a ball control and discipline. So he should fit in quite well as well. Right?
Oh, my God. Yeah. Wow.
You couldn't make this up. Well, you could. You probably are. Are you trying to wind us up, Gary?
No, that is the full list. That is the full list of all the people I could find today that we would deal with. So let's recap. Matías Fernandes, Quentin Timber, Mark Casado, Andre Santos, Alpine Messi, Romano Schmidt, Andy Diouf, Gio Cisse, Kenneth Taylor, Ken Taylor to his mates, Ivan Ilic, Ngayo Mukau, Hayden Hackney, and Christiantus Uche of Getafe. Yes, it's a big list, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what to say really.
That's it. Alpine Messi, yes, bring him in, get him in. Hackney, as well as Bourne, so very good player. You're under 21s, didn't start every game, but very disciplined. Yeah, I like that. Well, Chris has already recommended him, so that's good enough. I mean, he is the ITK of the channel.
I recommended him. I mean, I'd recommend you right now, Gary.
Just now, you said you've watched him twice. That's twice more than me.
Well, honestly, I'll take anything in right now. Well, not anything, but I'm kind of almost there.
I'm
kind of there, Gary. I'm kind of there because we're scrabbling around like in the basement bargain right now, aren't we? Because most of those players you're talking about, there's something fucking wrong with them. You know, either they've got one leg missing, or they're just like 50 million or whatever, or 30, 40 million. We can't afford them. So realistically, who are we going to sign? It's going to be those cheaper players. So the players that are going to be circa, I don't know, somewhere between 5 and 15 million max that we're going to end up signing, or they're going to be loan signings, or they're going to be fucking injury prone players. That's realistically our level right now. That's West Ham. That's what we're going to get.
Downbeat, Chris. Why are you so
I'm being realistic. I'm being realistic, Gary. This is what we're going to sign. Come on. Do you honestly think we're going to sign some fucking world beater now? It's not going to happen, Gal. Those days are long gone. Those days of us signing like all right, despite his attitude, the likes of us signing Kudus, the likes of us signing Paqueta, like marquee signings. We ain't going to be doing that anymore. Our marquee signings will be Josh Brownhill, mate. That's it. There's nothing else to look forward to. There isn't. There's fuck all to look forward to now. There really isn't. I'm going to try to, because I want to be positive. But in terms of signings, I mean, fucking hell. Look at these players. There aren't any. There's none. We're not signing anyone, Gary. We're not.
Other than that, though, you're quite happy, yeah?
Yeah, I'm delighted. I'm delighted, mate. What do you think, Martin? So, what do you think about this? I'm going off on one here. What do you think about this?
I think we all think the same. I mean, we've got to do Fernandes, haven't we? If we've gone through all this and we don't get Fernandes, then my God. The rest of it, I think, like sprinkles here and there and little signings at the end, that's all we can expect. So I don't think we're going to get any big players
we'll get
like
Fernandes.
Harvey Elliott or anything.
I do think we'll get Fernandes. I definitely do.
Yeah, surely we've got to. They must know how much they want for him. They've been talking to him for ages. They're going to meet at some point. It's probably all the little add-ons and everything. And
Did I remember? Did I
West Ham
remember
trying
that
to pay
we
from a
agreed?
Klarna payment deal, Martin? You know, that's what it's like, isn't it? That's what it's like with West Ham.
Yeah, it is. And we agreed terms with this player weeks ago. We did, didn't we?
Yeah, well, I think the agent's sort of been going in and saying he wants to go. This is where it all becomes embarrassing, isn't it? Because that player obviously doesn't want them Southampton fans to know that. And then that's leaking here and there. So we've unsettled the player, and we haven't come up with the money for him. So it's bizarre, really.
But we love doing that, though, unsettling players and not actually signing them. Like that goalkeeper you referred to just now, you know, same situation.
That was a terrible way to treat a player. I mean, they're footballers. They got a few quid, but it's bad, isn't it? It's bad.
Yeah, it is bad.
Yeah.
They don't care, though. They don't care. Like, they don't care about the fans. So, fuck it.
No, you're absolutely right. So, what's this? Les Guarino, as soon as he had a funny comment just now, apart from the debts, 7% interest repayments, 137 strikers, the South American specials, the move to the bowl and throwing people under the bus. What has the chairman ever done for us? Yeah, it kind of encapsulates it, really, doesn't it? It's
when you think about it, like remortgaging everything we own. All it's doing is making us impossible to buy, isn't it? So he stays there forever because there's nothing to buy.
There can't be long left for him, no, can there? It can't be.
How old is he? I
don't know. He's decrepit though, isn't he? About 78 or 79 or something. I think he's already had a major heart bypass. Well, you need a heart to have a heart bypass. He had some kind of operation on his heart anyway to keep him going. I don't know what it was. Charged him up again or something. I don't know. But we've got a couple of injuries. Somerville is still injured. And what's his name still injured? The Brazilian Guilherme. Yeah. And George Earthy is coming back from injury, but probably not ready for tomorrow. I think let's talk about tomorrow. I don't really want to, but let's talk about tomorrow. How can we possibly get a point or three against Chelsea? Over to you two. Take it in turns. Go on. Who wants to go first?
Go on, mine. Take it away.
Did you? I watched the Chelsea Palace game. Did you watch it?
Bit of it, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think Chelsea were great, but I think we've probably been the worst, especially in the second half. We've been the worst team I've seen this season. So
yeah,
it is worrying. I can't see. It's hard to find positives, isn't it?
Well, I suppose the difficulty is it just boils down to the midfield as far as I'm concerned. You know, we're going to get completely destroyed and overrun in midfield if he doesn't do something different.
Yeah, they got Casado. He's going to have to chuck Potts in there.
Casado's outstanding, isn't he?
Yeah. They're going to have to chuck Freddie Potts in there. I don't know if he will or not, but surely we can't line up with Rodriguez again.
I wouldn't think so. And that's the problem. That it kind of leaves me, who wants to try and be positive and support the guy. If he does something like that and plays the same midfield again, you're just basically conceding the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not going to work. I mean, I'd love it to work. Just don't think it will. What about you, Chris? What do you think?
I think we're going to get smashed. Truthfully, I think we're going to get smashed tomorrow. I can't see any version of this where we're not going to look, where we're going to win. I can't. I want to be. I really obviously want to be proven wrong on this, but I'm worried like he's going to do exactly what you said he could do, and that is stick with the same lineup again or something very similar to that, and maybe just take one out. And that for me is not good enough because I think he needs to make two changes. I think he needs to take Kilman out and he needs to take out Rodriguez. Those two for me are absolute must. Bring in Mavropanos and bring in someone like Potsy, or maybe even flipping Souček instead. But for me, I'd bring in Potts, like Martin just said. I'd bring Potts in there, have him kind of in that holding role. Someone with a bit more energy, a bit more youth, you know, someone that's going to break up play and try and get that ball forward a bit more. Because if he sticks with that team that he did the other day, not a chance in hell, mate. Not a chance. Don't see us winning. Because like Chelsea I didn't watch that game, Martin, by the way. But yeah, if they didn't play particularly well, you know they probably will against West Ham because we like doing teams a favour, don't we? When they're a little bit out of form, or they're not kind of playing very well. So I think that we will lose tomorrow, but I hope I'm wrong.
I'd like to. I'm not sure we should stick with a 3 against these. I've got to be honest. It just strikes me as a little bit. It's a sort of formation you might try against a Sunderland or a team you feel comfortable about beating, and you've got to be completely settled in that formation before you try it against a decent team. So I think it's for me, it could be back to basics with a 4-2-3-1 or something, or a 4-3-3 or something like that. I think the 5 is just going to confuse matters terribly. So
we'll get opened up again, Gal, like we did against Sunderland. Like you could see what was happening with, as I said the other day, like Aged kind of moving to the left-hand side, and you got Todibo moving to the right-hand side. There's gaping holes that the Sunderland midfield were getting through, and the attack were getting through. You let Chelsea do that. Better team by all accounts. We're going to get taken to the cleaner. So I think you're right. I think we do need to go to like a 4-2-3-1. Absolutely. It's the only way I can see us like sort of damage limitations. But it's funny because back in the day, like these sort of games, like when we played Chelsea, even if we had a pretty crappy team, you'd still feel like we'd have half a chance. Particularly against some of the bigger teams. You think, I quite fancy yesterday. We would sometimes remarkably pull out results against the likes of the Chelseas at home. But I don't know. I've just lost a bit of optimism this week after Sunderland.
Well, you've been ill this week, so the optimism's drained away from you a little bit since you travelled back from Japan. I'm not optimistic about tomorrow though, but I'm gonna go along and give it a go based on its merits. Here's what it is. Find out what my new seats are like and all that. How about you, Martin? How do you think it's going to go? Give us some predictions, and people in the chat, give us your predictions. Give us your formation and your predictions, your selection. Who are you going to choose?
I think now you're saying about changing things up. He might do that. He might find a way to fit in Souček or something.
Yeah,
that might actually be what he's thinking.
I mean, it's
Friday night.
What would be your lineup?
I wouldn't.
Interest.
I'm worried about going 3 at the back with what we've got. We've got no one good in the air.
I don't think we can.
You have Cole Palmer and everyone buzzing round, and we'll end up in a back 5. And I'm not that confident on Juve's defending and that. I think it'll end up being a mess. I think we need someone in there, probably Mavropanos.
Yeah.
It might go back to like a 4-3-3 or something like that, and they'll find a way of playing Souček in the middle because it'll give you height as well on the corners, both ends. I don't know. It's really hard to predict. I don't think he's got much to play with, to be honest.
I don't. So I think I think the keeper stays in goal. You can't drop him after one game, right? So I think you obviously AWB at one side, Diouf the other. It's about who you pick in the middle. I think at the moment, given the choice of what we got in the middle, I'd play Todibo, and if it's a 2, I've played Todibo and Aguerd, or Todibo and Mavropanos, but you can't really play them 2, can you? Because they're both right-sided.
Yeah,
it's a difficult one. So it's a selection dilemma. Who would you go for as a centre pairing, Chris?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is quite difficult, but I don't necessarily think just because you've got 2 right footers there in centre half, you couldn't play them together. I think we've proven in the past that you can do that. If they're a decent player, you can do that.
Yeah.
I'm just a bit concerned about Kilman at the moment. I don't know what it is with Kilman. I don't know what you guys think about this, but he just seems to me like there's nothing about him. Like he's got like, it sounds a bit harsh here, and I don't mean to be personal, but like no personality, which actually kind of relates on the football pitch. Like this, he's so quiet and timid.
I know what you mean.
And I just find him like, I don't know, is he boring? I don't know. He just comes across as quite a boring person. And we want leaders. We want leaders in that team. I don't see him being a leader at the back.
Here's the word you're looking for. He's meek.
Meek, yeah.
Meek. Yeah.
I don't really know what word to use. Like, maybe meek is the one, but I think he needs to come out. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I think our defence is like that. Don't you think our defence is like that? We've got none of them proper defenders.
There's no leaders, and that's where I'm thinking that maybe Mavropanos, maybe you drop Todibo, but then maybe Todibo for a game like this is too frilly, too much of a a maverick, someone who takes a ball up pitch. Perhaps you just need bread and butter defending.
But if you're playing a 4-2-3-1 though, Gal, don't forget you've got people protecting, the centre-back pairing as well. So as long as you get someone in there that can kind of almost play, quite, a little obviously higher up than the back 2 pairing, someone like, say, Potsy that can sit in between the middle, then, I don't want to say splitting the defenders because we had that scenario last year, didn't we, when we were playing Chelsea at home, and I can remember that. And
that was Alvarez that tried to split the defenders and he fucked it right.
Yeah. But I think... I don't know. It's really hard, isn't it? It's really hard to know what to do because, I mean, if we were playing the 3 at the back, then I would definitely drop Kilman. I would definitely drop him. I'd have Aguerd, Mavropanos, and Todibo. I wouldn't play Kilman. But if you're playing a centre-back pairing, then I'm a bit... Do you still play Kilman? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that midfield for me would be a priority, and I would definitely ring changes there. I would definitely get rid of Rodriguez, and I'd stick someone with a bit of youth, a bit of dynamism, energy in there. Get Potsy in there, get him in there. That's what I'd like to give him a chance. I'm not saying he's going to have a great game because he's still he is untested in the Premier League, but you've got to give the guy a chance. There's people that have been saying, I've seen it in the chats on our lives previously, he's not a Premier League player. How do we know? How do we even know that unless he gets a chance? He's proved himself in League One, in the Championship. He needs a chance.
Kilman's still got 6 years to run on his deal.
Does he really?
I don't think Todibo is a waste of money. Carpi 9, and I think he's a decent player. I think he's one of the few decent players we've got back there, but he needs decent players around him. Chelsea will close us down. Yeah, they will, all over the place. They're a possession-based team as well, but they tend to hurt other teams like us, especially that open up like the Red Sea, like we did last year. Having said that, we did well away against them last year, didn't we? It was a good performance on the road, wasn't it? I can't remember what formation we played that night.
Oh, I can't remember that. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah,
but it was a good performance. It was a very good performance. But I think here's an optimistic one. Back to the circus. I can see us getting a point if we play 5-4-4. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Let me optimistic.
We haven't got enough players for that.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at Mavropanos as a backup and you're picking the best of what you got from the first team that played the other day, it would be Todibo and Aguerd. Both of them did all right. So I suppose neither of them deserve to be dropped. So if you look into the middle, if the two in front of them, it's got to be Potts and someone. It'd have to be Potts and Souček, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think
so. I think it would be. Yeah, I mean, who else? Who else is it going to be?
Yeah. Well, Aguerd ain't a Potter mistake. He's several mistakes ago, and he does all right. He does all right. He
wasn't the worst player for us.
No,
I mean, if you look at the back
three, his pace got us out of trouble quite a bit the other day. It is. People just on downers about him. That's all. But anyway, so the 3 before we get to the 1, 4-2-3-1. So the 1 would definitely be way it's going at the moment. Fulkrug. The 3 would be Bowen on the right. It would be Paqueta in the middle, and then who on the left?
4-3-3. So Diouf would be left back, wouldn't he? Unless you play Carl Walker-Peters at left back.
Oh, you could play Walker-Peters. You could move Diouf up the pitch.
Yeah,
because we've got. Yeah,
it's a good point actually. I mean, who would you play in that kind of left-sided attacking midfield role? Because we don't have anyone there at the moment, do we?
What you could do would be put Paqueta on the left, and then guess who in the middle? JWP.
Well, I would probably be more inclined to play Souček there. In truth, if you're going to play like a 10, I'd probably stick him up there rather than have him at the back because I think he causes more problems in the opposing box than he does. That
leaves you with. Yeah, the thing is, I'm a bit reluctant to have because you got no pace with him, Rodriguez, JWP. I'm a bit reluctant to have 2 or 3 of them, especially in the same side.
Yeah, but we wouldn't though, would we? Well, 2. Well, yeah, I mean 2 we would because we ain't got the choice. There's going to be 2 of them in there regardless, isn't there? Yeah. I mean, JWP and Souček and Potts, because you can't play Rodriguez. He's way too slow for this game. I mean, he's the slowest player in our team, isn't he? Can't have him in there.
Freddie Potts too underdeveloped. Well, look, how's he going to learn unless he plays? That's the thing.
I mean, playing him against those types of teams is exactly what you kind of need to do sometimes. It really is. I mean, I can remember when we played Mark Noble against Spurs at home, when we lost that 1-4-3, that season. He scored and he was fantastic. I know I'm not saying Potts is the next Mark Noble, but I think with youth players, and I'm sure you were about to say, Gary, you just got to give them a chance because how will we ever know? How will we ever know if they can make the step up?
Fact is, he had a brilliant pre-season. He had a bit of a ropey game against Lille, but that don't mean you just drop him and forget about him. That means he's had a bit of a bad game. You regroup and you put him back in. Right? To me, this is a disposable game because we're going to lose probably. Right? So what difference does it make? Why not use someone like Potts and give him the experience?
Is an interesting one, right? Let me ask you two fellas about this as well because it's something that I've seen mentioned on by quite a lot of fans, and that's basically moving AWB into a CDM role or into midfield. A lot of people have been saying that as well. Yeah,
if you put him in goal, he'd do a good job, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's an option because you could play Carl Walker-Peters as a right back, couldn't you? And AWB, I mean, he could probably play in a few positions. This is already proven to us. I didn't know he could play left wing back or left back.
If he's got the aptitude to do it, if he can do it, I would play him there. Absolutely, I would.
Well, you'd play him over Guido Rodriguez in midfield, wouldn't you? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's an interesting dynamic because if you put him in there, then it gives us the option of sticking maybe like Paqueta further forward. I don't know, but I think it certainly does give you. It's maybe something that could be taken into consideration for sure.
Yeah. If Potts ain't ready, he never will be. Yeah, he never will be. Well, I don't know about that. He's got no Premier League experience yet, right? It's Championship experience, Dave. I mean, you don't just even the likes of Rice and everybody else has ever made it. They've had false starts. He hasn't even had a run out in the Premier League yet.
Let's just address this comment here from Yatesy, right? Everyone leaning to Rodriguez. Now, you know what? He was better than JWP last week. And he was arguably one of our best midfielders last week. But
he was pretty much my man of the match, right? So Yatesy right there.
Yeah, absolutely right. And we're not disputing that. We're just saying that he shouldn't be in this team, regardless. He's too slow. He is too slow.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I don't want to see a combination of the slow ones. Because
I don't want to see him in there full stop, Gary.
You can have someone with legs alongside someone that ain't got legs, but you can't have loads of people with no legs.
I don't know. I just think he's too slow for the
worse midfield than last year, haven't we? Like when you look at it, and now we're trying to sell Rodriguez, and we're talking about him playing or not.
Yeah,
this is the mess we're in. This is.
I just think we're struggling because we've got no spark. We've got no creative spark at all. I don't think Paqueta, as Esme says here, Paqueta doesn't create anything anymore for us, right? He's completely unreliable. He gives the ball away for fun in really bad areas. And when we're going forward, especially with that system we played the other day, it's literally just we make it up as we go along. There's no pattern of play, is there?
No, there isn't. It's so inconsistent. It's so inconsistent, throughout a game. I mean, like you look at the Sunderland game in the first half versus the second half, it was like two different teams. Yeah, both in terms of setup and mentality, completely poles apart.
I've been sticking up for JWP and Guido, as in they can only do what they're capable of doing, right? And I think they both did that, and I think Guido actually done pretty well the other day. It's just a combination of them. Neither of them got the legs anymore for Premier League football, but they can only do what they're capable of doing, right?
Yeah.
What else can they do? He can't get himself 10 years younger, can he?
Certain games you could play Rodriguez in, but certainly against Chelsea you wouldn't do that because they've got too much pace in there to hurt us, and I think we need to address that by taking him out.
Yeah. I think Paqueta's given up on that move because I don't think he can move because the case ain't finished yet. If it was concluded, finished, tied up in a little bow, the final formal completion of that case is not done. Until it is, we won't be able to move him on.
Did you guys watch the Bowen interview on that Hammer Toss?
No, what did he say?
Well, he was talking about Paqueta. They did ask him about Paqueta, and he said that he looks like a completely rejuvenated player, and also that this season he's bang up for it. So I don't think he's going to go anywhere. I'm not just basing it just off that interview, but I don't think he was anyway, even prior to me listening to that interview. But I think he's going to stay for the reasons you've just mentioned, Gary. But yeah, and also, well, Karen Brady promised us as well, right? So he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, I think we're good. Once it all settles down, I think we'll see a better Paqueta, whatever his name is.
It's funny. It was a good interview in a way because I must admit I watched it and it kind of got me feeling good. Like, made me feel quite positive about it because Bowen, like, of course he's going to say this as a captain, as a player. He's not going to say anything else. But he was kind of comparing this season, the start of this season, to the season where we finished sixth, where we had a really bad start to the season, but yet we kind of turned it around and we started, stringing a lot of good results together. From recollection in that interview, he was saying that he really believes in this squad and everything else, and how they've all got each other's backs. And I think we might well see a much improved performance tomorrow. We could do. We just don't know, and which is why I don't want to write West Ham off the back of one game. We can't do that.
We shouldn't write them off. There was too much excitement going on the other day. I think a lot of people were waiting for us to get beat. Now, it was hardly a bloody surprise that we had a hard time against a promoted side, and really, it weren't the game. The last half hour of the game wasn't reflective of the whole game, was it? Really?
No.
We fell to pieces, like, monumentally.
Well, it was good in the first half. If we'd have scored that Diouf goal, it's a completely different game. But as soon as Sunderland scored that, I mean, you was there, Gary. It must have been loud in there. That's the promoted team coming back.
It was. I mean, when the crowd when the team came out early in the game, it was loud, and then the first half it was completely quiet until the end of the first half. All you could hear was us. The end of the first half, they got a corner, and suddenly they woke up again. From that point on, they were loud.
But the thing is, though, I know, football and matches are all about certain key moments, right? And not putting your chances away. And it could have been a different game had, that defender not blocked the youth shot, Martin, that you just referred to.
Yeah.
But it's a mindset thing, because if we do concede that first goal, what does that mean? Because Chelsea, we're more likely to concede against them first than we would have been against a Sunderland team. Let's be honest, right? So let's say hypothetically Chelsea score first tomorrow. What's that going to do for our mindset? I just hope that we don't fucking lose our shit again like we did against Sunderland, and we stay concentrated for the remainder of that game, because that's what worries me. It's like, why do we? It's almost like we panic. I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
We've got to be professional. We've got to be professional. These players get paid a lot of money to be professional and to do a job. And what happened the other day is a lot of them just lost their shit, didn't they? We conceded one goal and they lost their shit. Their composure just went, including the keeper, right? You just can't have that. I hope the psychiatrist has been, getting to work this week, sorting them out.
This comment here is my concern, is that we concede. That Barry's just said there within the first 10 minutes, because if we do, it's tough, isn't it, to come back from that with West Ham? We're not very good at it recently. We're not.
Well,
this
West
one
Ham
here,
used to play these.
Put a push in this psychology crap. You want to build a team as adventure course, but it ain't crap. That's the thing. These players are actually quite delicate psychologically. They've been brought up in an atmosphere, mollycoddled all their lives, brought up. They've not been. A lot of them have not experienced the real world. When it all starts to go wrong, they need help, and that you might think that's soft. Well, it is what it is, right?
Gary, this was addressed in the Bowen interview, because they asked him specifically about this guy that's come in, and he was really, really positive about him, because what he's found is that, I think he mentioned that what they did was they put players into groups that they wouldn't typically kind of mingle with as such, right? Because typically before you'd have like the likes of, when they were here, like Danny Ings, I don't know, JWP, Creswell. It was like they had their own little cliques, right? What they were doing is they're mixing around so they can start to try and understand more about their teammates and what they already know. And Bowen was saying he started to find out a hell of a lot more about other players within that squad than they knew, right? And when you start to understand someone a little bit more and you start to understand their psychology, that does translate to actually working better as a team, both on and off the pitch, because suddenly you've got their backs, a bit more about them. And I think that can actually, let's put it this way, it can't do damage. It can only do positives. Do you know what I mean? It certainly can't do damage. It can either stay the same or it can be a positive. So it has to be tried. But I'm with you. I think player psychologists are really important in today's game. I think they are, because the pressures are immense.
They really are. But the thing is as well, what really bothers me about what you just said is it was Bowen saying it. I've learned a lot more about these other players. It's like, didn't you take an interest last season, Jared?
Yeah, but it's things that you wouldn't maybe necessarily. I know what you mean. I kind of thought that as well, but I think it's things that you wouldn't necessarily mean. I think they were talking about how they broke him up into groups, and they were trying to understand a bit about their background, or who their heroes were, and what their thoughts are on the future, and all these kind of things. I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit deep, and they started to kind of players started to figure out other players in a bit more detail than what they originally knew. But it can't do damage, Gary. It's like when we work in teams and stuff like that.
Of course. No. Honestly, any little thing you can get. One that a person who really believed in that stuff was Sam Allardyce. Really believed in that stuff, and I definitely believe it. I think it's the right thing to do. Anyway, listen, physical health, mental health, however you can help the players to get a little advantage, 0.5% improved performance or something like that, even if it's getting them to feel positive. Why wouldn't you do it, right? That's my opinion.
And if players get to know other players better and understand, I think it can only help on the pitch a little bit more, thinking, I know that guy's got my back. And I know that you should be thinking that anyway. By default, you should be thinking that anyway. You go out as a team, you cross that white line, then you should be fighting for each other. But these little things can make differences. And I think, the guy that was leading it was Chris. He turned around and said it's like 5-10% difference you can make to a team performance, and it can do. So let's see. But I think let's wait. Like I say, I am a bit downbeat, but you never know with West Ham. You never know.
I'm going to be upbeat tomorrow. I'm going to go along to that game with an open mind and see what happens. How about you, Martin? What are you going to be?
I'm going to be very upbeat. I've made that decision this year. I'm just going to enjoy every match. I'm going to go. I mean, I used to go to West.
Until you can't, right?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to enjoy it.
You're going to love it.
But I'm going to enjoy going there. Like last season, I was starting to feel a bit like, I've got to go up there again, and I don't ever want to feel like that. when I first started supporting West Ham, we were like the underdogs. We didn't win many games. I didn't have a problem with it then, so I don't know why I should have a problem with it now. Probably because I've been promised a world-class team in a world-class stadium.
But you didn't buy that, did you, Martin? Come on.
No, but I'm just going to go there and enjoy it. I enjoyed the Lille friendly, because I met up with Ironworks Alliance. They're trying to create atmosphere.
How did that go? Oh,
fantastic! Like the best bit about it was we all met beforehand and then went to the concourse behind 145, that sort of area of the bars, and it was like being in this sort of away bit, if you know what I mean. Like everyone was singing, it was all the right people together. You'll notice it tomorrow. Well, you won't, Gary, but.
No, I won't. Tell me what it's like.
Be like a library down where you're sat, Gary, won't it?
I'll be having a nice little sleep. Maybe take a book with me. Catch up.
Is it a padded seat you've got?
I expect so. It's supposed to be. We'll see. We'll see. Probably
you can
not.
Always take a cushion with you, can't you? I suppose.
Yeah, I could do. Ask the butler for one.
No, honestly, but you'll go in there tomorrow, and from about 7 o'clock, there's a load of them going there just to sing songs like you would at an away day.
That's really good. That's really good. I mean, I'll look out for that. As I walk past. But anything that can improve the atmosphere in that stadium is positive for me. Are they all sitting in the same area though in normal games?
No, not at the moment. Obviously, we could at Lille because we could buy the tickets in that section. But so now they're just meeting up behind in the concourse, but. It echoes all the way through. Honestly, it was when I walked in there, it was like one of them European semi-final. I know it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it was so loud. Everyone was singing all the classic songs, and I was like, blimey, this is like enjoyable. My boy loved it. Everyone was filming on their phones. Honestly, what Ironworks Alliance are doing is working. It's going to take a long time to get it in the stadium, but it is working.
We need to find a way to get people to sing because you end up with like little pockets in that stadium, don't you?
Yeah.
And unless you move all those singers into one place, you've got to find a way to make it spread. I don't know how.
It's so true because like sometimes you know what it's like in that stadium. There's chants sort of going or emanating from the stands, and you get going. You kind of sometimes like when someone says when a section of fans start saying "Come on, you Irons," they'll say they only say you can. It's only 3 times they'll say it. The person that says it the fourth time will be saying it on their own. They're like, "Oh fuck,"
Yeah, and then they feel all embarrassed.
Yeah, it's true. It's actually true.
You, Chris, you need to do a vlog tomorrow night. So,
no.
Yeah. You need to, Chris. I'm gonna probably film my descent into my new seat. If my new seat's right up, you know that.
I don't want to see that. Gary.
If I've got some 7-foot geezer in front of me and I can't see a thing, that's gonna be right. I
will laugh so much.
I've got to sit down. There's nothing worse than you get the 6'8" bloke sitting in front of you, or standing in front of you.
They won't stand
like that, trying to get a view of the game.
They won't stand. Yeah, but you're tall enough, Gary, and they won't stand.
No, but we'd be sitting down anyway.
Exactly.
But a bloke that tall, he's sitting down. He's still taller than me, right?
Take a cushion. Take a cushion
down as well.
Take a cushion, Gary, or a box or something. You need something just to, as a precaution, just in case.
Unless you got one of these blokes who's got really, really long legs and a short body, because I've seen one of them before. It's like 6'3", sat down to dinner, and he was shorter than everybody on the table. Yet standing up, he was taller than everybody.
What?
He only had a little body like that. Yeah, massive legs.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to that though tomorrow, Martin. I want to. It'd be really good to. So Ironworks Alliance are these predominantly like kind of season ticket holders? Do they go to the game? I know you said you bought some tickets in a certain section with for the Lille game, but is it predominantly made up of season ticket holders and people that go to games regularly?
How does it work? Yeah. I mean, it's all like-minded people really that want to go there and sing. So they want to stand up and sing, and they want that sort of atmosphere. And that's what they miss from the Upton Park days, and they want that experience back.
That'd be good. And this is going to be, so where are they kind of congregating tomorrow? So this is going to be the Bobby Moore Lower, is it?
Yeah, so in the concourse behind 145, 146, that sort of area.
Yeah.
From about 7 o'clock, they're going to start all meeting there, and this is going to grow. But like the songs like echo through that concourse so well. We didn't anticipate how good it was going to be. You can literally hear it everywhere when you go through the turnstiles. You can hear like the Big Fat Frank song and everything. It's brilliant.
Get your vlog camera, Chris. Get your vlog camera out. Go on.
I
don't want to vlog at the moment, Gary. Like, I don't. No,
you know you want to.
No, for away games I might do the odd vlog, but not for a home game. I'm kind of
little snippet, Chris.
Might do a bit.
Beat Chelsea, maybe. And you ain't done a vlog. You're gonna have to write on with yourself.
You do a vlog then. Why is that on me?
You can't go up there doing a vlog.
Yeah, doing a vlog.
It ain't a dumb thing in the padded seats, Chris. It ain't a dumb thing.
Oh yeah,
vlogs over there.
Feeders down in the Bobby Moore lower. Yeah, so we're allowed to do vlogs, but you can't be seen doing that. The thing is, I'm not.
Yeah, look, Claire's trying to convince you. Look, do it for me. Look, she said, do it for me, Chris. Do it for me.
No. Sorry, Claire. Look, I don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's all right, but I'm going to be getting to the game probably a little bit later tomorrow because Fred finishes work a bit late. So I want to try and get to the stadium for maybe about 7:30, and I'm going to be rushing around with my vlogging camera in my hand. It's a bit much. It's a little bit much. I'll do it for away games. I will do it for away games.
Stress you, Chris. I don't want to stress you.
It's a big stress
carrying that little tiny camera. I must admit.
You don't really vlog, Gary. Doing a vlog, it's a little bit time consuming. It is. I know you've done some before, haven't you, Martin? You've done some vlogs and stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like, after a while, it's just a bit of a faff sticking.
Even Ralph in Spain, he's saying, "Please do a vlog, Chris." He loves them. Look, Ralph in Spain. See, he's servicing people here. That's Claire and Ralph both.
It is harder than you think to do a vlog because you're trying to watch the game and you're always thinking about trying to film things and that.
I don't vlog during the game though. That's the thing. That's my one prerequisite. I can't be one of those geezers that's filming the game. I can't do that. That's way too much. So for me, when I was doing vlogs, it was kind of that. This is the reason why I'm not doing it tomorrow, Gary. It's the kind of the pre-match build-up, right? So getting to the stadium, when you meet up with your mates and all that kind of stuff. That was kind of part of the vlog, and then like doing like a bit of a debrief at the end or whatever at halftime. But what's the point if I'm going to be rushing down there? No one wants to see like sweaty Chris run into the stadium with a camera in my hand. That's no good to watch, is it? So I don't know.
Right,
I'll see.
Anyway, we'll leave it there. I think we're done. We've covered 1 million players. None of them are signing, but we thought we'd do it anyway. Thank you for joining. Thank you for leaving your comments. Thanks to Claire for being the mean mod.
I'll do a vlog, Claire.
Keeping the chat in order. Oh, Martin's doing a vlog. Oh, so see, Chris? Martin sets an example.
I put that comment up there specifically to put Martin under pressure. It takes the pressure off of me. I want to enjoy the game. I want to try and enjoy the game tomorrow. I might do some recording in there, but I'm not going to take my vlogging camera with me because I might just release it straight away.
This is starting to sound like a vlog's happening now. It's not.
It's not. It's not.
I don't know about you. But thanks for joining. Thanks for your comments. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the Bobby Moore Stand on YouTube. Please give the video a like and hit the bell notification icon as well. I'm going to go for Canning Town then tonight. I don't care. We ain't seen this for a while, have we? Because we're going to see the tourists again tomorrow. Lots of tourists.
No, I don't want to be thinking. I'm trying to look forward to tomorrow. I don't want to be thinking about sitting next to. I'm not going to say it, but no.
Don't be racist, Chris. Don't be racist.
Did we do a score prediction? I don't think any of us.
Oh, score prediction. I'm going to go. West Ham. I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea. I don't usually predict we're going to lose, but I can't see any other way tomorrow. How about you?
I'm going to be optimistic, and I'm going to say 2-1 West Ham.
Wow. 2-1 West Ham.
Wow.
Good call.
I'm going to say 3-1 Chelsea. But I'm going to say 3-1 Chelsea, but I think that we'll put up a good fight tomorrow at times. Maybe we'll get hit on the counter attack when it's 2-1. Maybe we'll get hit on the counter and make it 3-1 or something like that. One of those types of games. But I'm going to say 3-1 Chelsea, and I really hope I'm wrong, and I hope you're right, Martin. I really do.
6-0. Someone put.
Yeah, I'm sort of. That's why I said 2-0 because I'm hoping for a decent performance and that just a bit of quality shows. If we're going to get beat, I can live with that. I don't want to get thumped. I mean, last week was his worst defeat ever, Potter. We weren't getting beat like that last year. I don't want to make a bloody habit of it, right?
We've got Esme saying, don't be one of those Muppets waving a phone around.
No, but Esme, he's not waving a phone around. He's got a professional piece of kit. You know what I mean? Professional.
I do. I've got a proper little vlogging. It's tiny.
It's So we've got a lot of optimism coming here now. Look. We've got draw, 5-4-1 draw. We're going to do sort out. We're going to just sort out a 1-0.
3-2
West Ham. Look at all this optimism coming at the last minute. I don't know what's happened.
This is good, mate. This is making me feel good. I'm feeling positive again. I'm going to go 3-1 West Ham. 3-1.
I might revise it and go 2-0, 2-1 West Ham.
Everyone's changing their minds. Look at this. This is brilliant.
Bodger's gone 2-2. For God's sake, what's going on?
Hold up, Bodger changed. He went with a loss about 5 minutes ago. He's changed his mind.
Yeah. Don't mention that. Oh, come on, Darren. You've screwed it right up. Right run of optimism there. Another one as well. Ray of no hope. Right. Oh, God, look at this. Oh, we're going to win 2-0. Yeah, we're going to lose 5-0, whatever. Yeah.
What we want is a reaction, don't we? A performance. Friday night, 8 o'clock kickoff. Come on, let's give us something to cheer for. Even if we lose, let's put in some sort of performance.
I'm with you, and I will be singing my fucking heart out tomorrow. I want to, providing, of course, I'm not the only one there singing it. It'll be a bit embarrassing, but I will. I really want there to be a good atmosphere tomorrow. We need to get behind the team. We really, really do. Let's put Sunderland behind us and just fucking go for it. It's a London derby against Chelsea. Let's fucking go out there and fight. We have to. It's the bare minimum that we expect. So, yeah, I just, like I said to you the other day, Gary, and I'm sure Martin knows as well. For me, it's not even about the points tomorrow. It's about the performance. That's for me 100%. The most important thing.
Yes, I totally agree. But anyway, thank you all. Let's finish off with Kane Sunderland. I don't care.
Hey Goldie, what's on today's to-do list?
Why, it's match day, Dave. Are you hoping for a full house tonight?
Not too fast. As long as we sell all the tickets. I don't care if you come down here.
Make more money for the tourists here, so I don't care if you come down here.
Nathan Billericker's got a boy for the night. His ex-missus said you better treat her kitty right. Buys a kid a ticket and a burger and a Sprite. Got a train home, 200 if you like.
Cause I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, so we don't give a monkey if you come down here.
Stop from the pocket, took a bully in the water. Never lost a rumble, but he can't get to her. Climbs more stairs than he did before. What's his old seat, then he's got to pay more.
Cause I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, so we don't give a monkey if you come down here.
The cabbie only goes to football with his wife. He did it as a kid and he's done it all his life, but he don't get a winter fuel allowance anymore. He's gonna sell his ticket to a bloke for Singapore.
I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, but we don't give a monkey if you're here next year. I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, and I don't care if you come down here.